That's better. There it is. There's only some.
I was posting. It's just kind of tedious, to sit down and post and stuff. But you gotta do it. Hold to add sound. That's not good. There you go.
If you love the devil, keep scrolling. If you hate the devil, like this video, comment, then share. Subscribe if you hate the devil.
Do I look like I'm having fun? But you guys thought this shit was fun. Let me check something real quick. So boring.
That's what they mean. Retaliate, joint retaliation, late Sunday or Monday. Hello, Applebrooks, honey.
So when the decisions have been made, wouldn't there have been a movement of U.S. resources already in order to defend against that?
If they attack and if someone else gets involved, the war will spread. This will literally be igniting a further escalation of the Middle East, and the United States will be involved. I think Iran said one time that if the U.S. ever did involved in what they were doing, they would attack their ships in the region, and those ships have men and women on them. They would attack them.
Well, Charlie, I would remind you that in the Eastern Mediterranean and in the CENTCOM AOR, we have many, many assets that are there. You have the ARGMU that is continuing to operate in the Eastern Mediterranean. There are also destroyers there. You have the TR and the entire carrier strike group that's also continuing to operate in the CENTCOM AOR. So it's not like we don't have assets or coverage in the region. So I think that's important. Again, this is a decision that the Secretary is weighing, and he committed to Minister Gallant, and the President committed to Netanyahu that we will be bolstering our force protection in the region. But what specific assets will be moving, I just don't have that for you right now. When I do, we'll certainly let you know.
Presumably some of that would already have to be underway if you're talking about force posture changes.
Again, I don't have anything to
She froze.
announce right now. Yes.
But to what extent are you concerned about or seeing any indications that Iran may attempt to retaliate against Israel outside of the Middle East?
Well, I've seen their public comments. I don't have anything more to provide other than I can point you to the fact that they have publicly of what they've said. In terms of what we are doing here at the department is we will stand with Israel in their self-defense. And that was something that the Secretary reiterated to Minister Gallant on his call this morning.
Is there any communication between the U.S. and Iran, directly or indirectly, to prevent any further escalation?
On behalf of the department, I don't have anything to read out. Yeah, Chris.
Thanks, Sabrina. The Iraqi government and the spokesman for their armed forces expressed outrage at the U.S. airstrike in Iraq a couple days ago on the UAV site and said it violated Iraqi sovereignty.
So United States bombed something in Iraqi area, and Iraq said they're very mad that U.S. violated their airspace to do it. These reporters that are in this press briefing room right now, these are the big guys. These are the big guys. The other reporters they used to have, they weren't these type of guys. This is major. This is a major escalation that is getting ready to take place. It is taking place, and they've got major reporters here.
Did the U.S. discuss that military action with the Iraqis, and what is the Pentagon's response on whether that airstrike violated Iraqi sovereignty?
You're talking about the airstrike that we took on the 30th?
Yes.
So that airstrike was a defensive airstrike, and we were targeting combatants that were attempting to launch one-way attack, an uncrewed attack system at our forces. So it was a defensive measure that we took. In terms of communication with the Iraqi government, I would point you to CENTCOM to speak to that. Okay. Yes.
On the same Iraqi comments, the Iraqi government says that this attack undermines all the efforts and diplomatic and technical discussion.
An uncrewed attack system at our forces. So it was a defensive measure that we took. In terms of communication with the Iraqi government, I would point you to CENTCOM to speak to that. Okay. Yes.
On the same Iraqi comments, the Iraqi government says that this attack undermines all the efforts and diplomatic and technical discussion with the U.S. government. So what's your comment on that? Has this affected your communication, your discussions with the Iraqi government when it comes to the higher military commission and also all the discussion with the Iraqi government?
We don't believe that it's impacted conversations.
Something's going on, and we felt the energy in the air. It was like a stillness in the air earlier this afternoon. We did a video on it, a live video. It's like a stillness, like an emptiness is like waiting for something, getting ready to happen. And it was just waiting for it to happen because it's out in the air, and they're talking about a 72-hour time frame. And the time frame that the reporters have is somewhere around Sunday or Monday when the attacks may start coming in. We have ships over there.
Related to the higher military commission, we have been very, very clear that we will take measures in order to ensure the forces are safe in the region. And that's what you saw with that July 30th strike. We were taking measures because we saw that an attack about to be launched on our forces. And we've been very clear about that with the Iraqi government, both publicly here from the podium, you've heard me say that a number of times, and privately, we will always take measures that we need to in order to ensure our service members' safety in the region. And so we did just that on July 30th. If needed, we will continue to do that. And we've been pretty clear about that from the beginning.
As it comes to the Iranian response to the killing of Ismail Haniyeh, it's expected that the Iraqi militia groups backed by Iran be involved in targeting U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria. So have you reached the Iraqi government to prevent any such attack?
Did you just hear that? It's already being reported that they're going to target the U.S. forces in the region. Did he just say with the killing of the one commander? We got lots of forces over there in the region.
Back in Iraq.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
When it comes to the Iranian response to the Ismail Haniyeh's killing and attacking Israel, there are...
Iran is saying, this guy said, when it comes to the Iranian response to Israel killing the Hamas leader, he's asking her a question.
Some officials, and also there are some reports suggesting that the Iraqi militia groups may attack the U.S. forces inside Iraq and
Iraq militia groups may attack the U.S. forces inside Iraq.
Syria.
Okay, sorry.
And Syria.
The Iraqi government to prevent such attack.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question at the beginning. I've seen the public comments that were made about from allowing attacks on U.S. forces.